What's up? What's up? It's been a while. It's been a while since our last show. This is In My Circle, and I'm Ralph, as usual. How is everybody? And, yeah, the story right now in Jersey is, where are these drones coming from? I mean, I haven't seen them. I also haven't looked up in the sky. I'm not following like everybody's doing, like, oh my God, and I gotta go find a drone. I mean, I was thinking about going to look for some, but I mean, what are the chances you're gonna see a drone, or what are the chances it is a drone, and could it be a man, you know, a piloted drone? Could it be an aircraft? Could it be a helicopter of some sort? You know, could it be some random kid, some rich kid at home flying a drone? All right. So we know it's not. It may not be any of that. Well, yeah, it could be. Uh, the government said they're not. They're not something we have to worry about. It's not something, you know, that we got to be alarmed about. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the public, we deserve, as the public, we're the citizens of this great nation. Of course, we pay our taxes. Why should we not? Why isn't the government telling us? And why don't we have the right? Don't we have it to? Isn't that information, you know, viable to us? I mean, shouldn't we know what is in the sky? You know, it's one of two or three things. One, it could be, government drones surveying stuff, looking for something. I'll get back to that, looking for something in a minute. It could be, I mean, let's be honest. It could be what I said. It could be some kids with some drones. It could be the norm. We're just looking up in the sky, a little bit more than usual. Maybe, maybe I'm a skeptic and I haven't seen them yet because I haven't seen them yet. Another theory could be maybe they are aliens and they're just calling them drones or UAPs because they don't want to call them UFOs and aliens to scare the crap out of us. Um, could that be it? Maybe. It's logical. It's not far fetched. It's very, very, very. Listen. We created a space force, right? Why did why did the government, or why did Trump, the President Trump, then President Trump, create the space force? What are, we just were told, hey, we're creating the space force. Okay, have a good day, bye. And we were never really told in the more detail why. I mean, yeah, of course, the information is probably on the internet, of course. Just as I quickly looked up, you know, drones, New Jersey. That's what I googled drones, New Jersey, and one of the top stories came up as missing radioactive material in New Jersey sparks drone theories. They're looking for missing radioactive technology, military technology. Maybe somebody stole a military truck, took it to chop shop and, had, this is not something we should have. And it's a theory. It's not a conspiracy theory. I'm just giving different types of scenarios that could have happened. We don't know because they're not telling us. And we should know. I mean, yeah, if let's say if Sarah and Tom are out in their yard and they're seeing drones fly away, flying around in their yard, and they're coming right up to them and looking at like it's a little scary. It's we live in the age of the AI, and quickly the reminder of the Terminator movies, come to mind. Of course, not a lot of people know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Terminators movies that we're talking about. Yeah, to people, oh yeah, it's the machine that came back from time, came back from the future and start attacking people, whatever. But the storyline behind it is that AI robots began to take over the world and basically started a war between humans to wipe them out for AI robots to rule the world, you know? And when his movie came out. And clearly theories and, people start speculating and thinking, oh, this could be, Terminator, or you never know. It could be aliens. You never know. I'm not saying it is. Like I said, I'm somewhat of a skeptic right now. And it's funny because I live in Jersey. And I'm not in the epicenter, but I am in or around the epicenter, and I haven't seen anything. I haven't reported people. So, I reported something on their Facebook page. Oh, I reported a drone here, or I reported a drone there, or I seen a drone here, flying there, flying everywhere. I still haven't seen them. I'm not disappointed. I'm not looking for them. I'm not writing a story about that. The way I see it is this: we spent a lot of money. The country, not we. Well, yes, we, because we pay the taxes that facilitate the budget that goes into the military. And into the military is, there's an eye in the sky. There's always somebody watching. If there's something foreign coming into the airspace, the government, the military, the CIA, the president, everybody knows. Of course, we didn't know about the balloon, or the balloons. But we know, when the FAA, I forgot the FAA adding in there, all these departments, all these, all these, division of government and services, whatever. All these departments know if something foreign was into our airspace, and they had to give us an explanation without telling us an explanation. That's what they would tell us. Exactly what they're doing now. What I'm saying is, if it's aliens, they're not going to tell us it's aliens. They're going to tell us, hey, well, they're just drones. We don't know what they are, but they're just drones. They're not. They're very. They're nothing to worry about. How do we know they're not? Well, they know what's up there. They could be some satellites for Starlink. Elon is preparing his takeover of the United States, of the world. Don't shock me with your satellite, Elon. It's just a joke. You never know. He can. He owns rockets. He makes rockets, satellites, electrical powered vehicles, bazooka type. He's a genius, so he could do anything. Well, just about. Well, he you never know. It's funny, but it is. For what we spend in what we put into the military budget yearly, it would be naive to say we do not know what's in the sky. Of course, we don't know because they're not telling us. They're gonna feed us the BS all they want all day. But the government knows what's up there. Whether it's aliens, whether it's a foreign power, whether it's a spy, whatever, or whether it's us, them looking for something, looking for, missing, radioactive material. You know, these are things that you see in, in like, sci-fi movies. Like, oh my God, somebody took the petroleum, the uranium thing, and we got to find it. Like, and for a whole hour they're chasing this little thing that can disintegrate the whole entire world. Uh, it's a NCIS or special special agent forces or something like that. Oh, you've watched these shows with, not with me, but you know what I'm talking about. They chase us, they take us to this, journey of an hour to, somebody's a sleeper cell, or, somebody's, a foreign or domestic terrorist, looking for a powerful, weapon, and they don't want it to fall into the wrong hands. Yeah, we've seen this, always the same scenarios all the time. I mean, I don't know how many titles I can come up with, but I'm sure there's quite a few. And we're just talking about TV shows. I'm just rambling. I know now I'm just rambling, but I'm just saying I'm not really trying to. I'm just throwing out different theories, a different. I'm just we're just having a simple conversation. I don't have any guests today with me, so I'm keeping the camera going. I'm keeping my producer stepped out to go get a pizza. God bless him. He went to go get a pizza. He said, "I'm just gonna let you. I'm gonna run it and just keep talking." And no, but I am right. Um, and yeah, so we have in 2024 in New Jersey of all places, we're talking about drones, and as drones has been the topic in New Jersey for the last 3 weeks. The other is Trump is complaining that there's drones over his golf course. Yeah, I just want to throw that in there. He did complain, or he did say something. He just I'm gonna stay away from there for a while. But yeah, drones. I mean, could some people have reported that there's as big as a car, a small little minivan. Um, some some reports in social media, in internet land, there could have been they may have one of them, they may have crashed, and they're saying, do not shoot at them, do not shoot them down, do not approach them if they, excuse me, do not approach them if they crash, or they, do not approach them. You know, last time that happened, that was something crashed. That was in Roswell, right? And we all know what happened out there. We don't even know to this day. Area 51, right? And they made a tourism. They made a tourist. They literally made a tourism. They made a tourist town out of a nothing town, and it's like the alien epicenter of aliens in America. It's Area 51, and boo, you know, they really say that not to get serious real quick. They say that we have some special alien spaceship down there. Who knows? Um, it's been in movies, and said in who knows what we had. They said we captured a couple aliens. I don't know if you've seen them in those Sun magazines or the Inquirer. Alien speaks for the first time. Like stuff like that. You only hear it in rumblings, and we all know it. Those types of papers are not really that um, reputable, credible. So we know that it's definitely a conspiracy theory. But hey, Roswell made a lot of tourist dollars on that. I don't know if people still go out there. I've never been out to Roswell. Never been never been a alien chaser. You know, it's just never been that I mean, I guess I don't know. Maybe because I believe in them. I mean, for us to be naive to think that we're the only ones that exist in this whole entire galaxy. We're just we're just a speck in the spectrum, you know, in outer space, and it's just a big, massive space, just continuous and continuous, and we're just this one little speck. And to think that we're the only ones, it's really, really um, selfish to think, because that just means that we're better than anything. You never know how many species of aliens could exist that we have never, we will probably never meet in our lifetime. You never know. I mean, we had you know, a scamdemic, a pandemic, and the whole entire world shut down because of it. Global pandemic. Um, you just never know. You just never know exactly what can happen. I mean, we hear stories about aliens now, right? Pilot Adam Graves. Um, he frequently speaks about you know aliens, and let's not forget that in Oregon, while we're in Jersey watching uh, drones, there's pilots out in Oregon seeing UAPs. Oh yeah, you guys don't know what UAPs are. Well, they're un un there's unidentified um uh anomalous phenomena or something like that. UAPs. I think that's what they gave it a fancier name so they don't say yeah they're aliens and UFOs, just to throw the populace off, because if you remember in 1947 in Mercer County, Orson Welles did a famous, you know, War of the Worlds. Martians are here. They're here to, invade us, and everybody out there, everybody in this area was getting crazy. It was probably mass hysteria to thinking that the aliens were invading West Windsor, New Jersey, in 1947, because they accidentally released, well, they didn't accidentally. It was a radio show, and the radio, people, it was a radio show, fictional radio show, and people tuning in thought it was a real space invasion, and I think they made a movie about it. If I'm not mistaken, but it's a famous event that happened. Uh, it was October 30th, I think, 1947, or October 31st, something like that. It was I think it was the October 30th, 1947, West Windsor, New Jersey. You know what? I'm gonna Google that. I want to Google that now. Um, when space invasion, we'll say fake space invasion, Mercer County, West Windsor, New Jersey, 1947. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. The year is sorry. I was 10 years off. I said 1947 is 1938. Almost 10 years off. Um, but it actually happened. I was just wrong on the year. Something like that. I really don't. I seen it a couple times the story, and I didn't think anything of it to remember the year. But I was pretty. The date. I think the date is date. The date. The date. Let's see the date. October 30th. I was right. I was right. Orson Welles radio show. Um, yes, yes. Unidentified aerial phenomena. At least you're watching. At least you're watching, Ruben. That's good. That was good. Thank you. You sent the lifeline. You sent that life. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank, I was pretty good though, right? I was. It's they throw it out there so they can just comatose the populace, and you know what do you think we watch these movies with alien invasions so we can get so if they give us about so many of them, our minds are already docile or already used to the understanding of an invasion or zombie or outbreak. You know, so when the news or the media says, "Oh, we're getting invaded by Martians or aliens," we'll be like, "Oh, okay. I'm gonna go back and drink my Starbucks, or I'm gonna go back and on my phone, or I'm gonna go back, and do whatever it is that I was doing." That's what it is. So yeah, unidentified aerial phenomena. I knew it was something. I knew it was. I was close. I was close. Thank you for the correction. Thank you for the correction. So back to the drones. Back to the drones. Yeah, of course, back to the drones. I mean, why? And now it's not just Jersey. It's New York, Delaware, Virginia, California, and I mean, I've seen some video where some red beams are coming out, and I mean, they could be doctor videos. I mean, let's just be realistic about that. They could be doctor videos. If you don't see them yourself, you're going to be a skeptic. But back to the drones, that it again, we are too naive to think that one, we're the only ones out there. Two, we're too. It's wrong to. It would be wrong and selfish to think, what we don't know what's out there. They're just not telling us. It's it's like this. They ever heard that saying? If they don't know, if they don't know, if they don't know what, if they don't know it, they really can't react to it. If they don't know, if they don't have the, it's like the saying, what they don't know won't hurt them. Like that. So it could be. Somebody I know somebody said, "Oh, it's Iran, and they have a ship out in the sea, and there's a mothership, and they're sending like really, Iran, Iran, doing something like that would be like, you know, uh, country suicide, wouldn't it? You're blatantly um, spying on a country that they have sanctions on you. Uh, wouldn't that be a mistake? I remember I don't know if it was a senator, congressman, it was a politician of some sort that said, "Hey, I heard a rumor that there's a mothership, a mothership. Like, are you freaking kidding me? A mothership? We're shooting them out like in the sea." Listen, this could be true, but they debunked it, and the like there's a new spokeswoman. I don't know who her name is. Said, yeah, this is not there isn't a story to collaborate that there's a mothership sending out these drones. They dock and they lift off again. I don't believe it. But you never know. You never know. You know. But I do believe that we are not alone. I do believe that. You know, it's you be one would be too naive to think that we are alone, and one would be too selfish to think, you know, that we are the only ones. Um, being humble, knowing that, like I said, being a speck, just a speck in the, outer space, and there's billions of stars, billions of galaxies. Like it just keeps going and going. It's just there's no ending. It's selfish to think that we would be the only ones. And listen, I don't know how this conversation turned into an alien type conversation about drones, but somebody had to have it, right? Somebody had to have this type of conversation because we're just referring to them as drones. We don't know who they are. We don't know where they came from. Supposedly a mothership. Supposedly it was Iran. Supposedly, there's radioactive material that we're looking for. So maybe the military sent out all these drones to search for this missing radioactive material. It's a possibility, strong possibility. Nobody knows, and we don't know. We may never know. We didn't know, the updates about the balloons, how many balloons were shot down, how many balloons they let go, how many balloons made it back. They just said, "Oh, there's a balloons, couple balloons, blah blah blah," and that was it. They shut it down, shot it down. Regardless, we never knew the rest or the tail end of the story or the information because our great government that we show so forcefully fund on a daily and yearly basis, chose not to tell us why there is drones in the sky. Only the government knows why they're up there. And I don't work for the government. I'm here talking to you, and hopefully, if you like this conversation, and if you think you like my content, you know, like like on the bottom, like the video, and subscribe, for more content. And comment if you can, and let me know what you think, and send me a message, and let me see we can talk, what else we could talk about on this show. It's always great, to have a simple debate, easy debate. You know, just it's not and sometimes I look at it as, oh, I'm just rambling, but I'm really not, because nobody really sat and talked about these drones in what they could be and what they're not. And yeah, you see videos, oh, this drone's here, I'm following a drone here, I'm following a drone there, and there's a drone that just crashed, or there's a drone right here. Nobody's sitting down and really, yeah, the politicians like, oh, we got to shoot them down. Oh, the government's not telling us what they are, but we're not sitting down and just having a conversation about them. And I figured that I should. I haven't been on in a while, and I figured, hey, it was a good time to put out a nice little simple conversation about who are the drones, what are they for, what do they want, who do they want, who are they gonna take? Maybe that's Elon and Trump. They're just getting ready to round up all the immigrants. And they're just gonna suck them up and throw them out somewhere. I mean, it's not gonna happen. That was just a joke. Hopefully it doesn't happen. But it's not far fetched. Every other day we're seeing some craziness in the news, right? It's real, right? And my producer came back, magically appeared in the studio. You APs, right? You were watching. You coming in for a couple minutes? I'll close it out. Not a bad conversation, right?
No, not at all. Oh yeah, I was watching you. I had to keep an eye on you while I was driving.
Yeah, he had to make sure he had to make sure that you know what. Listen, while the cat's at bay, the mice are at play.
Wait.
You know, and he seen I was on my best behavior
Yes,
and
you-
kept the conversation going. Didn't ramble.
Didn't
Didn't.
ramble at all. Just.
I mean, I talked about real good facts,
I
right?
know
It
you,
was
you did good facts. Remember I was saying earlier, last we're 2024, so 2023. 4th of July, night. When I was over at my boy's house near the shore, and I was sitting on the lawn chair in the driveway because he always buys these big.
wait. You seen a drone too?
No,
Just making sure.
I don't know if they were drones, and I seen this phenomenon actually. Let's see, maybe it was around 2009 or 2010, and it was like I counted like 20, 25 crafts. But the first time I seen it back in 09 or 2010, I didn't have a camera or anything else like that. So anyway,
We were in the dark ages.
the dark ages, right? We had the flip phones.
We had the flip phones.
Yeah, and I didn't even have a camera on me or anything. It was clear as day. And my friend called the what do you call it, the control tower, and they said there was nothing in the sky in that area. And I said that's impossible because I just saw I just counted 25 objects flying in the sky, and then it just vanished into thin air. And then
Well, that's some scary stuff.
I saw it again just last year when I was in Sayreville.
They're coming. They're coming back. They're coming back for you. They know you know.
I know.
You've seen too many of them.
But this time I got it on camera, and they look like little dots. For some reason, I don't know why, but the phone cameras don't pick up well at night. In the sky, so it looked like little blobs, but you could see them actually disappear. And I had put it on Facebook for a while, and then I took it down. But I have it saved on my drive.
I put it back up just
I'll put
to,
it. Yeah, I might
just to
put it
create
back.
some just to create some commotion.
No, that's
You
probably
know,
not
just
a bad
to
idea.
create some static.
And believe it or not, I even had people having a conversation. I said, "Hey, did you see that?" I had the whole conversation about the fireworks and everything like were going off. And I said, "Did you guys see that?" And they're like, "What?" No, I just saw. You could hear the conversation I'm having with the other people. And I was like, "No, we didn't see anything." Of course, everybody was drinking. I don't drink, that. And
Some
I
of
was
the-
just amazing. I finally got it on camera after 16 years.
Some of the things I've only seen in the sky, obviously, the normal planes, stars, and,
Yeah.
and occasionally I see shooting stars.
Shooting stars, yeah.
I haven't seen drones. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I
I've
got
seen
into my
drones.
car,
Yeah.
if I got into my car and started driving, maybe I'd see one close
Yeah.
and I'm like, all right, this is. But I haven't felt that I needed to go since everybody else is.
Right.
It's like it's like
Well-
when everybody takes their kids to school in
Yeah.
September and they start posting pictures. Oh, here's my kid first day of school of this year.
Yeah.
Well, everybody and their mother was posting. Oh, there's a drone story of a drone. There's a drone.
Drone.
And
Yeah.
For the
But-
last 2 weeks, drone story. 3
me
weeks.
tell you let me tell you
drones
this.
has been dominating Jersey.
I was just having this conversation with a friend of mine in California, and I'm going to tell you, the military, when they tell you that they're testing something or something like that, or it's just a prototype, sometimes that prototype is the actual real thing because they already had a prototype before that. They call it a prototype, and the military, everybody says, well, we don't have like the capacity to maybe beat other countries. But the thing is, they only put out so much stuff, just enough to scare your enemy or your adversaries.
Well, they just
But they're not going
just put
to. But
enough.
they're not going to
just
tell
to
you the
create the
whole thing.
fear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just create the fear. But I'm trying to tell you that the U.S. government has other technologies that no one knows about,
Oh yeah,
except for
absolutely.
top officials, and sometimes even the president doesn't even know what's going on, which is kind of scary that the president of the United States
Well, I
doesn't
mean,
even know.
When Russia says they talk about these supersonic missiles,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have China talk about these armies of drones,
Right.
and then you talk about who else?
Mm-hmm.
Who else we'll just say, they got this or they got that.
That.
But they're talking about because they really have it.
Right.
United States, and I was, remember, we spend a lot of our money
On the military budget.
on military budget, and that doesn't mean, oh, it's just for pews. It means it's for boom booms and and things that is not even militaristic, to a T, but it has to do with. It could be placed in the military department, and it's not a. They could have a testing site for biological warfare or biological weapons, and it's not in the military budget, but it's considered military, so they put it in the budget. So instead of having it in the disease control budget, whatever, or vaccine, whatever, it goes under the
Well,
guise
put it this way.
of military.
Like, for instance,
Listen, don't come knocking on my door and taking you away. I'm just saying.
Well,
I'm speculative, and this is not
Let me tell you this.
conspiracy. This is a theory.
it's a theory. But check this out. Like all the weapons our government's been giving the Ukraine, and they're saying like we're running out of stock full. Don't believe that.
Oh no. We have enough.
Trust me. If we were running low, trust me, Ukraine would never got all that
Correct.
technology.
If we didn't have a stockpile, we wouldn't give anything to anybody.
Right.
No, we're running low. We're not giving you this, or they got some a good amount of weapons from us.
Oh yeah, and they have missiles that we don't even know about, and other technology weapons. So just because the one thing is always you never let your enemy know what you have. You never let them know.
You always stay a step
ahead
of your enemy. So
Right.
in this case, the United States military is light years ahead because they have technology that's undetectable to radars. It's
Right.
supersonic, machines,
Just like the Storm Shadows. They're
stealth bombers.
stealth bombers, and they can a lot of stealth bombers. They come up on a radar as small as a bumblebee. So when it goes by the radar undetected, it looks like it's like a bug, going through. But yet it's a big warship coming right at you.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, listen, if
Oh, let me say this about the drones.
I was
Speaking
going to say
of,
something, yeah.
oh, okay. Let me just say this real quick before I lose my thought. You know how I just said about you just about the bomber, right? And I said the bumblebee. Well, if you were watching the news and on multiple occasions, the state senator, they contradicted themselves because on one hand they said, "Oh, we don't have the technology to detect the drones," and then turned around and said, "Well, the military has the capability of detecting drones."
Yeah, right?
Yeah. So, and they say, well, because they don't get off heat or anything else like that. But let me tell you this, there's technology that, again, that could pick up any type of radiation. It doesn't have to draw off a lot of heat, just like our solar panels today. They don't need a lot of sun.
Correct.
That's why I said, they know what's going on, believe me. Between, what's the name of that place in the mountain? NORAD.
Okay.
Yeah, NORAD and
Area 51.
Area 51. So they know. They know what it is. And like you said, like I was watching, they're just not going to say what they're doing. And I think a lot of this stuff that's happening, if you don't mind me getting a little political here, I think.
Did you hear the comment I said that's speaking of politics?
Yeah.
Elon's getting ready to take over.
Oh yeah, I did. He's about to take over because he builds missiles because he's a genius.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you.
It's true.
This is what I think was happening. I think Joe Biden is, of course, he doesn't like Trump, but I think he's pissed off with the Democratic Party as well, because when Trump won, he had a smirk on his face, like he was happy that he won, because he was pissed off that they threw him to the side and put Kamala in, and the people that were going to vote for him we're going to vote for him. It's like they stole his people to bring to her. And I think he was pissed off. So I think he's not only dicking Trump, but I also think he's dicking Kamala at the same time. Because look at everything that's happening. Like for instance,
I don't even know if he knows
probably not.
if Diddy is dicking Diddy.
Yeah. Well, it could be. I'm just saying in theory because I mean, look at everything
Is that
that's
funny?
happening.
That was funny.
Look at everything that's happening. Kamala, for some reason, lost over $1 billion for some reason, and she's $20 million short. And not for nothing, because you know my still on being independent conservative, but I think it was wrong that they did that to Joe Biden. They should have let him at least finish out the term before making that decision. You know, at least let him run the race.
I think he had no chance. I think that the momentum changed when the first debate happened and Biden looked lost, and for a whole entire month, nobody said nothing. And I went on Twitter. I went on Twitter and said, "Does anybody not see this? I mean, this guy doesn't even know if he's fit enough to run this country." And I said, I don't even know if this guy knows if he is fit enough.
Right.
I don't even know if he knows who he is. And then a month later, the assassination attempt where Trump, got his ear winged,
Right.
Just literally just an inch away, he could have died.
Well,
and
see,
I think the momentum changed even more drastic.
Yeah, I don't disagree with
when he, sitting there, fight, and, I mean, America was given, two choices. One that was really, really, not mentally there, and the other one was, the momentum and the patriotism. And listen, I'm not here to praise Trump. I'm not here to praise Biden.
No, I'm just stating the facts.
But the momentum changed in his favor, and I don't think, not to change it to political.
Yeah.
I don't think. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Real quick, because I'm still angry that he won. I mean, I am still angry that we had 4 years, and these are the two best chances that we were given. That's how I think. I don't think America was ready for a woman president. Not that she wasn't incapable or unqualified. I just think that America didn't see, for the moment in time, going against, a Russian Putin, a Russian power like Putin, Xi Jinping, China, North Korea, Kim Jong Un. I didn't think America felt it was in a position to have a woman lead, and I think it's just a male what is it, chauvinistic? Male chauvinistic ideology. Because I think 100% she was more qualified than he was. I think she was more qualified in her position to run and to lead than both Biden and Trump. In my, educated, for the times.
Right.
One, connecting to the people. Two, talking to the people, engaging and being an everyday person.
Right.
I'm not saying, hey, I'm not saying she's, I'm not saying, she is, the best. I'm not rooting. I'm not in her corner. I'm just saying, she really worked at McDonald's. Trump just pretended. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we can't compare them because they're both f-ups. I feel that America was failed, and they should have been given two better adversaries, two better candidates,
Right.
Instead
Took the words out of my mouth.
a repeat of 2016, male versus female, and knowing the Democratic Party, the first time that this happened against this guy, they lost. The second time, you would think, hey, let's put somebody that's more qualified.
Right.
I mean, they had JFK. They could have had JFK,
But they screwed him.
but they screwed him, and then he took all, and then he jumped ship.
Right.
That's what
They
you
also
don't
had,
want.
you also had Tulsi Gabbard.
I mean,
Let me say this.
it's
Kamala,
it is
I agree with you. I
insane.
agree
It
with
is
you to a point.
insane. It is insane that I feel that the false narratives that were pushed within the Republican Party of the animals being ate and the pets, the Puerto Rico thing, an island of trash, all the hatred, all the hate. I feel that a dark cloud has taken over that MAGA movement, and I don't, and just to touch base. Yeah, he talks about kicking 8 million people out of this country, and you want to restore the economy because there's no fixing the economy. We're $37 trillion in debt. Let's just be real, facts to facts. Obama didn't fix the deficit, right?
No.
He added more debt. Trump didn't fix the first time. Trump didn't fix the debt. He added a lot more to that debt. Biden didn't fix anything. He also added. So for us to think that Trump is going to fix the economy, it's a facade. It's a facade.
Yeah.
It's a facade. He's also going to give the key to Elon Musk. Not saying anything bad about Elon Musk, but he is a billionaire businessman with an intent to populate Mars. He is going to use our piggy bank for his piggy bank so he can do what he wants to do. I don't think we need to do that. I don't think we need to put Elon Musk into a position of power. I just think it's a conflict of interest. I think his shareholders are going to wake up and say, no, I don't think you can do this. There is SEC regulations that he has to follow. And I'm pretty sure him being a billionaire and being a shareholder can be a conflict of interest when you're in political office. It's just like, you're a cop and you're a criminal. You know what I'm saying? You can't do both. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Well, let me go back to the first point. I think there was plenty of other women that were running were probably way more qualified than Kamala, because Kamala does have a paper trail going back to California being the DA. That was one thing. The other thing, when she was on The View, and what she shouldn't have said was, when she was on The View, and a lot of people have said this too, and I agree, she said, oh, I wouldn't change anything. I'll just keep it the way it is. And I was like, you're not going to change anything? And I was like, that was the blow. If she never said that and she said, this is what I want to do, I think the story would have been flipped around. That one statement, I think, was one of her downfalls.
Yeah, but the thing is,
but it's just the truth, because the way the economy is, and the way people are still losing their jobs, businesses closing up, and you say you're not going to make any changes. That's.
But back to what Trump is doing. He wants to. Let's just paint a picture here.
Okay.
He wants to fix the economy, restore the economy. I never got to finish what I was saying. He wants to restore the economy, fix the economy, and drop prices. And then he also wants to deport almost 8 million people. Do you know how much money that is going to cost? How much that is going to hamper the economy even more? Now you're uprooting people who planted themselves here. Okay, now you're going to spend more money to kick them out, right? And if you think our food costs our prices are expensive now, wait until you go buy. Let him deport all these people, right? Go get a roof done. Who are the ones who do the roofs? Immigrants. You don't see. Let's just be realistic. Nobody of white skin is on a roof in the middle of July. I'm just gonna hold on. I'm just gonna be. I'm just gonna lay you out a spade. Nobody of light skin is gonna be on the roof, and it's gonna be mostly South Americans, Mexicans, Guatemalans, El Salvadorians, Venezuelans is going to be up on those roofs doing that work. When it's hot and muggy and people are cutting the grass, it's the same thing. I don't need to repeat it. You're gonna see people out there, all immigrants cutting the grass for you. You're gonna deport them. You're gonna cut your own grass. I guarantee it. You're gonna have jungles. The landscaping companies are gonna hurt. The food industry, the farms, the food's gonna go up. The restaurants, who's out there making your food? Let's just say you're gonna go get a pizza. You go and get that pizza, right?
Yeah.
You buying it from Italian place, right?
Yeah.
But guess who's making it? They're immigrants back there making that pizza. So in theory, you're gonna pay so much money to get the people out, but you're gonna lose more money. And rising food costs and services are going to go up because immigrants, whether we like it or not, immigrants are a portion of this economy.
I agree with you too.
1,000%.
I agree with you to a point.
But it's true.
I know it's not. I'm not. I mean, I'm sorry,
It's true.
No, what I'm trying to say is yes, it is true, but you have to break everything down. You can't. It's the problem is the immigration thing is being generalized instead of broken down. And let me finish this.
The border. It's the border. All they got to do is fix that border.
Hold on. Okay.
Nobody's been able to do it.
Well, they've been trying to, and unfortunately, this administration didn't do anything.
He also had 4 years. Biden had 4 years.
Yeah, but
Biden had 4 years. Trump had 4 years, and Obama had 8.
Let me say this. All right. Well, first with the border wall, I'll say it, and then I'll get back to the immigration thing. All right. Biden already tried to sell the border wall pieces, the still, which was our tax, your tax money, my tax money, everybody else's tax money, selling it for pennies on a dollar, and then he sold 700 pieces of the border wall, which I think he was trying to get rid of it before Trump got into office. But the Supreme Court stopped them from doing it. I think the the District Court stopped them from selling it, and they took down the website for selling it. They already sold 700 pieces so far. Secondly, and this is how I saw the breakdown, okay? The first breakdown is that those who are working in the kitchens and the farms or stuff like that, I don't think they have anything to worry about. The people, hold on, let me finish before you open your mouth.
No, listen.
Hold on, let me finish.
Hold on.
No, let me.
But they do have some. No. But they do have.
Let me say
He
this.
specifically said.
No, but you're not
and
letting
his
me
guy
finish.
said, and his
But
guy.
you're
Hold
not
on.
letting me- No, but you're not
His
letting me
guy said.
finish.
His guy said.
No,
His guy said, we're
first
not
thing
going to
is-
send one. We're going to send the
send
whole
all.
family.
No, listen.
That's fucking
Hold on.
scary.
But if you let me finish.
It's scary, dude.
You're working on the generalized. I'm working on the breakdown.
But you got to be.
No, you got to work on the breakdown. The
it-
first thing they're going to do
The bottom
is
line
that
is,
they're going to
if you're-
deport
it
anybody
doesn't-
who's
listen,
been a
hold on.
criminal.
It
anybody
does not
who
matter.
raped your
It doesn't
daughter,
matter how you
if
break it
anybody
down.
Who,
Doesn't matter how
robbed
you
the
break it
store,
down. Put yourself in an
anybody
immigrant's
who's a criminal,
shoes.
They're going to be deported first.
Yeah, first.
Anybody done any crime here in the U.S. is going to
Of
be
course.
deported first.
Send them all. If they're criminals, send them. Okay. But what's going to happen once you're done sending the criminals?
Secondly, those who are here illegal but have not committed any crime, they're going to get the opportunity to register and get their, what do you call that, card so you could work here legally?
Green card.
Green card, right. They're going to work with them to get their green card.
I don't believe that one bit.
That's how it was supposed to go.
But
the criminals.
We're gonna.
We'll see.
I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna end it there.
Hold on.
I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna end it there.
Why won't you let me finish?
I'm gonna end it there.
Why won't
because
you
I
let
don't.
me-
Because
why won't
I
you
don't
let
want
me
to keep
finish?
talking about immigration.
You know, because you don't want me to finish.
No. I don't want to keep talking about immigration because
let me finish. My
me and
point.
you disagree on
No.
immigration.
Yeah, but let me finish.
Me
my
and you
point.
disagree. No matter what
Let me
happens,
finish.
no
Let
matter
me
what
finish.
happens, the immigrant
No,
is the
but
one who
see,
has to face the uncertainty
Right.
in the United States, a land of opportunity.
But those who already have their green
A
card
land built on
and their
immigration.
work card, they're not leaving the country. They're staying.
I don't buy none of that.
They're staying.
I honestly don't buy none
You got
of
to break
it.
it down to the three things.
don't buy
The
none of
first
it.
thing is out of here are the criminals. people that don't have a green card, they're going to get the opportunity to sign up and register to the country so they can get their green card because they didn't cause any trouble at all. They're working hard, they're making money, and they're adding to the economy. And
I
then
understand
you
that.
have the ones that already have their. There's another thing called like a work visa. That's the word, work visa.
But he's talking about ending the dreamer thing. He's not. He's also ending the birthright. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do one thing and do another
I
thing.
think they're ending the birthright on those who came here illegally, but not the ones that here are working
No, he's talking
illegally.
about the people who are born here. He's talking about yes.
Yeah, no, that's
He's
right.
talking
Did
about
you hear
let's
what I
say
just
let's
said?
say
Yeah,
an immigrant that immigrant baby is born here. They're born here.
an illegal
and they
immigrant baby that was born here.
But
That's the one he's eliminating.
The person born here is a citizen, right?
But
And
not
he
the-
goes,
but not the
well,
parents.
And then he says, "Well, I don't want to just, are you?" The guy
some
said that
people
the
are
guy
having-
was asked,
Because some people are having babies here just so they can stay here.
but the guy was asked, right? Are you in the position to separate families? He was like, no, I'm not gonna. We're not there to separate the families. We'll send the illegals, and if they want their whole family, we'll send them all with them. Like, what? Like,
Again, those who are already here illegally and with a work visa and they have a baby,
Listen.
they're not going anywhere.
listen,
But the ones who are
me
here
and you
illegal,
disagree on how the Republican view for immigration is, and how
But
humanity should handle
we
that.
disagreed to a point and we agreed to a point because I agree. Yes, a lot of the immigrants that are here, they are the ones that work in the farms. They are the ones that clean the bathrooms. They are the ones.
we
making
we
the
will
peace.
see. We will see.
So we'll see how it plays
We will
out.
see how the economy. If he's just not going to be able
It's
to.
gonna take 6 months to a year just to get back on track.
He's not going to get back on track.
There's already stores closing. I mean,
About what? About what kind of stores?
Macy's closing 150 stores. CVS is closing.
That has
500
nothing. That
stores.
has nothing to do with the economy.
Yes, it does have something to do with the economy. It's
What
businesses.
it has to do with is that
has lots to do
during
with the
Trump's office,
Yeah.
the world shut down. The world shut down, and
'Cause of
we
COVID.
have not recovered.
Right.
The system, nothing has recovered. You have people still driving in cars with masks on by themselves. People are still that neurotic and still stupid. Okay,
I agree with you there.
And
'Cause you don't need a
studies
mask on that
studies have come out
Mm-hmm.
that it was not a pandemic, that it was a scam.
Mm-hmm.
They've said around the world that you should not take these vaccines.
Right.
And they're saying that these vaccines are not good for you.
Nope. No, I heard that they're also causing heart attacks.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad something told me not to go back for the booster. I got the initial, and I shouldn't have gotten the initial. I
didn't even get the first one.
I was told by a boss
Yeah, unfortunately.
to, hey, you want to work in New York, get more hours,
You have to get
doing
the
more
shot.
jobs. You got to get the shot because New York was on this
Right.
this
BS.
power trip.
Get you some French fries and hamburgers for free if you get your booster shot.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that.
Oh no, I feel you.
I'm just
I
saying.
couldn't work because I didn't get the vaccine.
What I'm saying is, the system destroyed
bogus.
what Macy's
It
is
destroyed
going
everything.
through.
Yeah, it destroyed the economy.
It's not. It has nothing to do with Biden. It has nothing to do with Trump. Well, a little bit of Trump because Trump's name's on that check that everybody cashed. His legacy in the first term is going to be putting the deficit higher and having a pandemic. His first term. It's the truth. In the historical books, this is what you're going to be reading. What happened during his term? A global pandemic. They're like, what? Under this guy?
But who caused the global pandemic, though?
Well, we don't know who did that. There are terms that they are talking about it as is it was a biological terrorist warfare on on a country.
Right.
And what happened with if you watch Resident Evil
No.
and you seen where
Have you
you
ever watched
you seen
Contagion?
the guy did you see the guy who turned into Nemesis?
Yeah.
He took the vials and he
Gave
threw
out.
he threw them there and then released
I want to tell you this.
the virus.
I'm telling you, the whole pandemic actually reminded me of the movie Contagion that came out, I think, in 2011. Contagion.
I remember. I remember vaguely.
They spread the disease through because some guy cut up a pig and they he wiped his hands and he was getting sick, and then one lady touched the pole and put it on the glass, and the waitress got it and just started spreading.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, Contagion. I think it was 2011 or 2012 when that movie came out. And it's called the Wuhan virus, and it's not a Chinese virus, Wuhan, because it happened in one area of a city and town, not the entire country.
Well, back to what I was saying is they show us these types of videos
Yeah,
or these
but
movies so they can
Dr.
make us
Fauci-
docile. So when it does happen, we're like, oh,
Well, Dr. Fauci gave the Wuhan laboratory like so many millions of dollars to do research on the.
he
on
also said, and this is not AI. He also said
yeah,
Trump would have a pandemic on his hands.
yeah,
You can Google it. Google
yeah.
it right now.
Dr. Fauci, yeah.
Right
So how
before
would
it
he-
happened, how did he know?
No, exactly.
It was a deliberate. It was
So
deliberate.
I agree.
It
It's
was
not
deliberate.
Biden. It's not Trump. Oh, let me tell you this.
We got to end.
The only time we had I think next to Trump, we had a great economy was Bill Clinton, because we had a surplus.
We had a surplus. We had a surplus. Yeah, we
and
had a
Bush
surplus.
destroyed it.
Bush. I always said Bush destroyed it with the wars.
Yep.
And
Because
see,
I made money under Bill Clinton.
but see, this is where the Republicans are wrong. They say that the Democrats destroyed the economy. Well, it wasn't the Democrats. It was actually the Republicans, right? Bush was the Republican.
Mm-hmm.
He destroyed the economy by destroying the surplus, right? Remember 9/11? If some of you remember 9/11, 9/11 was on him. No, he didn't do it, and he may have not known, but he, his legacy is tainted with, the historical event, tragedy, 9/11.
Yeah.
9/11 hits, right? And we go into different countries,
Before Clinton came in,
and we are in
we had
what,
a deficit. We were actually
15
in inflation.
When he
before
left,
Clinton.
I think we were in $10 trillion in debt
Yeah.
when he left.
Yep.
And Obama came and he had to bail out this, bail out that.
Right.
Remember, the housing market crashed
So we had
under Bush. It wasn't that it crashed during his, but it was crashing under him. Like he was leaving and it was crashing.
right.
It's because of all these balloon mortgages.
Yeah.
So Obama tried to save the economy, and the economy was upright, and Trump inherited an okay, economy by the time Obama left. It wasn't that bad. It really wasn't. It was just people were complaining about the minute things that now led to what we are facing now. The economy in 2016 or 2015 wasn't as bad as the economy is now.
No.
Simple as that. My water was half. I paid half back then of water than I paid like $67. I'm paying $150.
Yeah. Everything
So I
doubled.
know exactly. So I know.
Like I bought a box of crackers. I used to buy it for $3. Now it's $6.
You go to a fast food restaurant and you buy a
$18.
$5 meal. Now it's $12-13.
Yeah.
Easy. It's
Well,
so the economy. It's not the Democrats' fault. I think it's a complete failure of government
initially.
misappropriating funds. Whether you're Republican or Democrat, I think you're all on the hook and you should be held accountable. It's our money, damn it. We pay our taxes, and
Yeah.
you should be held accountable.
See, we agree on something.
I'm just because I talk about facts.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm usually 100% about facts. I don't go and put fake stories up. I always put something that's relative to facts.
Exactly.
Listen, this is in your circle. This is in my circle, actually. You're in my circle. This is in my circle with Ralph, also known as DJ Noise. And, like the video, subscribe, and let me know what you think. And, keep tuning in for off the wall, debates and off the wall, amazing interviews. we're working on more interviews coming soon, and more content. We're doing different types of videos in the works. Again, this is In My Circle, and we're out.